Alright guys, BLM here, we're back in another episode of God of War. Fuck, we're really cutting it close. I just put together the swap tribes for the thing that we're doing, this Survivor, Assassin's Creed Survivor thing that we're doing. But at the same time, that has caused us to start this recording at 7:50 or 7:29, where at 8 o'clock is the new episode of Survivor that I want to watch. So we're kind of cutting it close here, but let's go. So the new swap tribes are, for this Survivor thing, which we're at 15. There's going to be 2 more tribal councils at the swap tribes. After that, it will be the merge at 13, which will play out until the end of the game. So the red tribe is Edward Kenway, Apollodorus, Aya, Zio, and Cleopatra, which is strange because it's the three people from Assassin's Creed Origins all in the same tribe. Mind you, obviously, I don't feel like Cleopatra and Aya will be on the best of terms, considering again this is based on how they were at the end of the game. So I feel like that's something, but we will see how that plays out. We got on the blue tribe Cesare, Claudia and Sophia, and Rosa, holy shit, which are 4 people all from that same time period, with probably the alliance being Claudia, Sophia, and Rosa, and then Cesare being on the out, along with Marquis de Sable. So that's interesting as well. Okay, how do we get this other one? I forgot. Like, where is this other one? I forgot, how do we do this? Wait.
So, don't feel my fingers.
Maybe both wind traps need to be filled?
I forgot. I remembered you do it from something, like something down here. How do we do this? Like, where's the other one? Trying to think. I forgot how we do this. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. That's how we do it. There we go. Did it. Oh. No. Blades of Chaos. There we go. Yeah, and then the yellow tribe is Jacob Fry, Adewale, Ahmet, Christopher Giss, and Achilles, which is a pretty strong tribe overall. So, I mean, Achilles definitely the weak point there, but everyone else is pretty strong. Oh, fuck. So yeah, those are the tribes. We will get to the challenges in a second after we're done with the fight. What was the challenge? Oh yeah, this is where Terry got medevac, so this is kind of a weird thing. So I guess we'll use the reward challenge as the immunity challenge here. Which I believe, actually, I don't even think I need to look it up. I feel like I know these next 2 challenges. I believe it's a slip and slide, because I remember this is where Stephen Fishback got, was it? Really psyched himself out and everything. It's a slip and slide challenge where you throw rings. Yeah, I feel like this goes to usually a more physical tribe. So I feel like this Jacob Fry, Adewale, Ahmet, Christopher Giss tribe, they're pretty good. I feel like they're winning this shit. Oh, is this where we learn that yeah, okay. This is where we learn that Freya's son is Baldur. So I do think this yellow tribe wins. And then it's between, I mean, this other tribe, Cesare, Claudia, Sophia, Marquis de Sable, and Rosa. I feel like there's no way they're beating Edward Kenway, Apollodorus, Aya, and even Zio is probably stronger than most of the people in the other tribe. So it's like, I feel like that's probably what it is. I feel like that tribe goes to tribal council. So here we go with Cesare, Claudia, Sophia, Marquis de Sable, and Rosa. And I feel like in that situation, Marquis de Sable is fucked. Again, Cesare is definitely the strongest person on that tribe. And while he's also probably the most dangerous, I feel like he's still in the, Cesare's in the position where he doesn't have anyone else anyway. All of his allies are pretty much gone. So yeah, I do think they vote out Marquis de Sable in pretty much unanimous fashion. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think Marquis de Sade goes home. 4-1. With him probably voting for Cesare.
Come on!
There we go. Now we're at the final final community challenge before the merge. And this is an eating challenge. I do remember this. Because this is where Jeremy went back to eat some more. Or whatever. And I feel like this is another one that the same tribe's probably going to lose again. I'm trying to think, like, who would... I feel like it's probably the case, right? I mean... I feel like this is definitely a challenge that the group of Jacob, Adewale, Christopher Gist, Achilles, and Ahmet are dominating. I feel like Jacob, I think he fucking swallows anything, whatever. That did not sound right. I feel like Adewale also probably pretty good at this sort of challenge. I mean, Geist and Ahmet probably they're fine. I mean, Ahmet is like a upper class sort of guys. I don't know about him, but I feel like Gist would do fine. Achilles might do well. I don't know. I feel like Achilles is another one that's like probably not used to eating disgusting things. But still, actually, do we even know? Like, what is Achilles' background? I really don't remember. But anyway, I do think that they definitely win. Then I feel like this group of actually maybe this tribe, maybe the Zio, Aya, Apollodorus, Edward, Kenley, Cleopatra tribe wins. I feel like that's a bit, with the exception of Cleopatra and maybe Apollodorus. I feel like this is a tribe that's like really good at like eating disgusting things. You got Zio and Edward Kenway, who I feel like would be really good. And I feel like you have Aya, who would probably do well as well. I mean, we grow up in Siwa, where they didn't really have much food or anything. I mean, they had to hunt for their own food, I should say. So I feel like this is definitely a... Oh, fuck. I feel like they win. And I feel like the same tribe goes to tribal council of Cesare, Claudia, Sophia, and Rosa. And I think this is the end of Cesare. I think Cesare's done with here. I feel like it's over. And it's a shame because, again, I wanted Cesare to do very well. Same thing with Arno. I wanted these people to do well, but I just can't allow it to happen with the circumstances that are happening. Such a shame. But also, it's like, I feel like Cesare goes home here, right? I mean, you got Sophia, Sartor, Claudia, who I feel like are tight too. In the Revelations book, they are like best friends. So I mean, yeah, I think it's safe to assume that they're like a final two. I think Rosa again is siding with them, especially over Cesare.
Not entirely sure this is Siwa thing.
Okay, this is an annoying section here, where you have to really micromanage like where all the enemies are and everything. It's pretty annoying, but it is what it is. How do we start this again? Oh, here. Oh, we have the... See, I feel like Cesare's gone. He's the final person before the merge, which is a shame. But we're getting to the merge with I think actually that puts the women. Yeah, the women might actually be the majority now. If not, it's pretty close. Only 2 women went home in the pre-merge. It started off not so well with 2 of the first 3 being women, and then after that it's just been guy after guy after guy. I mean, the pre-merge boots are Pearl Attaway, Robert Saab, Maria Thorpe, Antonio, Arno, Marquis de Sade, and then now Cesare.
Great. Just bear in mind this boat can only take us part of the way. Tyr's temple is near the top of a tremendous waterfall, which, sadly, we are downstream. That means even if we get there intact, we'd still need to sail up a waterfall somehow.
The Vanir built the greatest ship that ever was, and it can fly.
So here we are at the merge. I'm trying to set up the spreadsheet right
because
now.
It was designed to fly. This was not.
Nevertheless, this is the boat we have.
So yeah, the Red Tribe never even went to Tribal Council with it. From either iterations of it. That's interesting. I mean, and Edward Kenway was on both those tribes, I believe, and so was Zio.
At least the fire's making heat. What now?
Okay. Hopefully the fight doesn't start soon, because I'm almost done with setting this up. There we go. Okay, so we're at the merge. We're at the merge with a good group of people, I feel like. We have Edward Kenway, Apollodorus, Aya, Zio, Cleopatra, who somehow made it, Claudia, Sophia Sartor, Rosa,
Let your father think.
Jacob Fry, Adewale, Ahmet, Christopher Gist, who, holy shit, actually, yeah, there's three people who have not been to any tribal councils. That's pretty cool. And Achilles. So yeah, Achilles somehow made it this far too. Yeah, Christopher Gist, Zio, and Edward Kenway have not been to any tribal councils up to this point. Achilles has only been to the first two. Same thing with Adewale. Yeah, Ahmet has only been to one, so it's Cleopatra. So that's interesting. So really, it's a lot of the same people going to tribal councils. Like Rosa has been to 6 out of the 7 tribal councils. Cesare, until he got eliminated, was going to 5. So yeah, it's a lot of the same people over and over again. What are we doing? Oh. So we're at the merge. What is the first merge challenge? Bouncing a ball on the pole. Okay, I remember that. So, who wins this? I feel like this is something that Edward Kenway would definitely do well at. I feel like Joe won this in real life. So, I mean, is Edward Kenway the Joe of Assassin's Creed?
Just watch.
But yeah, you got Edward Kenway. I think Aya would do well at this. I think even Zio, I think, would do well at this. I think Cleopatra, no. Claudia, no. Sophia, no. Rosa, no. Yeah, a lot of these like sort of weaker females end up making it really far. In Cleopatra, Claudia, and Sophia. And I'm talking about weaker physically. I think Rosa would do decently. I think Jacob could do decently. I think Adewale would do decently. Ahmet, no. Christopher Gist, I can't believe he made it this far. Never went to a single tribal. But yeah, no. And then Achilles, no. So, okay, it's down to Edward, Aya, Zio, Rosa, Jacob, Adewale. I feel like Edward would be the person I would bank my money on, I feel like, out of that group. I don't know. I feel like Aya would do really well too. I think Aya is probably. I think Jacob, Aya, and Edward are the 3 most physical, and Adewale are the 4 probably most physical people in this cast at this point. What are we doing? Like, are we supposed to be doing something? Or are we waiting for the enemies to come?
Pulling the sails down? But how are they gonna catch the wind?
Oh, so that's what we're supposed to do? Oh, we're supposed to lift it up, aren't we? Okay. I remember this now.
We're floating!
Obviously, we're gonna get stuck here.
We're actually floating!
Yeah, so I feel like Edward wins this. I feel like Edward is going to be like the Joe of the season. Where I feel like, even though I do think Jacob's probably physically stronger,
Stay with the boat.
I feel like Jacob isn't the type of person that would have really good balance or anything. Well, I do feel like not Adewale. Oh wow, I feel like Edward would. So I think they're kind of similar. I think they're very similar, but I do think like while Jacob is like more physically strong, I think Edward's more balance oriented and stuff like endurance oriented, I would say. So I think like in this sort of challenge, I feel like this is something that Edward would do particularly well at. So I do think Edward wins first immunity, and we gotta now see how the alliances break down, because I think this is gonna be interesting. I think this like I haven't really looked at it really, but I'm assuming the assassins have a good majority here, considering Cesare is gone, considering who else is gone? Pro Adewale is gone, but she's not really. Actually, maybe not. Actually, not that. Oh, Roberto Saab is gone, so I guess that's another one. Yeah, I mean, like, who's blatant Templar left? I mean, Christopher Gist, Ahmet. Is that it? Cleopatra, I guess. Yeah, holy shit, this is filled with assassins. So yeah, these Templars are fucked. You would think, at least. I mean, because what? In terms of assassins, I mean, there's Edward, there's Aya, there's Zio, who again wasn't technically assassin, but I mean, she's very, very well aligned with them, though. I mean, she knew Achilles, was friends with Achilles, so that sort of thing.
We need to talk, brother. You do realize it's over, don't you?
It's
Even if we make it back to Midgard,
over.
Balder destroyed the only gate to Jotunheim. We are out of options. And that boy up there, he's in 9 kinds of pain. His head's turned so far around.
Atreus is not your concern.
Well, he might become everyone's concern if you don't do something. You don't have to be the smartest man in the world to see that.
Alright. Perfect. Yeah, this is a very assassin-heavy group here with, as I said, Edward, Aya, Zio, Claudia.
I can help.
Again, Sophia Sartor's not an assassin, but she's with them. Rosa, same thing. Jacob, Ottawale, and Achilles. That's 9 out of the remaining 13 people. Even then, Apollodorus, he's like really just in the middle. You only have 3 real Templars. Yeah, even then, Cleopatra's not really a Templar, but she is siding with them. But I mean,
We did it.
actually, is Cleopatra a Templar? Maybe she is. I don't remember. But either way, I mean, you have Ahmet and Christopher Gist as the only 2 blatant Templars here.
Face me, father. It is time to end this.
Yes, my son. It is time.
No,
It's close again. Do you know who that is?
I do not know.
Okay. Alright, let's set this up. So Edward wins immunity.
Hold on!
Okay. And who did they vote out? I mean, who's the biggest threat? I think Ahmet, right? Ahmet's probably a bigger threat than Christopher Gist. I mean, Gist, not a dumb guy, but definitely not the most intelligent guy in the world. Not really, definitely compared to Ahmet. Mind you, he's probably slightly more physical than Ahmet, but I mean, again, I feel like Ahmet is the threat here from a strategic standpoint, especially. So does Ahmet go here at the merge? If he does, that's kind of a shame. I do think, again, I feel like, again, with Jermaine as well, what happened last season, where, like, Jermaine, like, these Templars just come into the merge so low in the number, even though, again, they started the game relatively close. I think the problem is that, like, they're relatively close in terms of numbers of Assassins and Templars. The problem is that they're not, that also leaves some people that aren't part of either. And with Assassin's Creed, most of the people that aren't part of either lean towards Assassin. Obviously, because, again, the Assassins are looked at as the protagonist most of the time. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm using the wrong thing. So I do think that's something that's hard for the Templars to overcome here. So yeah, I mean, again, Ahmet is gone. I think he's a... Fuck. I think he's the first person out at the merge. And you got the second immunity challenge, which I believe, I don't have it in front of me. Okay, wait. Second immunity challenge, yeah, bounce the ball in the disc when you're pulled away far from it. I know what it is. Yeah, I feel like that's another one that I think Edward could do well at. However, I do think Jacob would do better at this one because it doesn't involve any bounce. You're just standing on the ground, if I remember right. If not, you're maybe standing on like a little log, like on a log thing. Well, usually it's a decent size, not something that requires a lot of balance. I feel like this is something that Jacob would do better at than Edward. The question is, does anyone beat Jacob? And I don't think so. I mean, maybe Ottawale. I think Ottawale could stand a chance. I think Ottawale is like the Altair of this season, where it's like he's not really super strategic, not very sociable either. Well, he's there, and he could do, and he's like willing to endure things. But I don't know if he wins this. I think again, this isn't solely about endurance. It's also about concentration. Does Ottawale have that over Jacob? Probably, actually. Now that I think about it. Because again, Jacob is not very good at that sort of thing. So I don't know. Maybe Ottawale does win this challenge. I think Ottawale wins immunity. Not that it really matters. I don't think they're get it. Maybe they turn. I don't know actually. Because again, this is such a big alliance that I feel like they've got to turn on each other, right? I mean, like the only person left that's a true Templar is Gis. I feel like maybe Apollodorus goes out here. Again, I haven't looked at the numbers or anything, but I feel like some people gotta be worried about this threesome from Origins of Apollodorus, Aya, and Cleopatra. I feel like that's something to be worried about. I feel like the biggest threat there, really the biggest threat there is Aya, but I feel like they're not willing to get rid of Aya because Aya is a blatant assassin. While I feel like someone like Apollodorus is more in the middle. And while Cleopatra is... What the fuck? How am I missing this? And while Cleopatra is more... There we go. More blatantly Templar, I think the difference there is that Cleopatra just isn't physical at all. So it's like, I feel like Apollodorus might go. Again, I haven't looked at the numbers or anything, but I think that's a very good likelihood where... Okay. So I think that's probably going to happen. Problem is we're not really having much time to not play the game right now, so I haven't been able to update the spreadsheet, so I feel like I'm going too far ahead for it, so I think it would be better if we wait to continue on with this until after that. But yeah, only 10 more minutes until Survivor, so we might even end this episode early, just, I don't know. I started this like right at 7:29, so I mean, yeah. Oh fuck, they took this one out again? But yeah, so far, I mean, based on how this game's playing out so far, I think someone like Edward has a good shot of winning this. I think someone like, I don't know, I mean, like, I think, as I said, Apollodorus, I think, is in trouble. I don't know, I feel like Aya's probably not winning this. Though I could see it happening, but I wouldn't put her super high on the chances. But then again, I feel like Aya's got some more, like, people that I feel like she would get along with more than Edward does. So I don't know. I think Aya actually has a decent shot. Who else is there? Zio? I don't know. I don't feel like Zio's really done much so far. Cleopatra? Probably not. Claudia? I feel like Claudia is someone we haven't really talked about too much so far. But again, I guess she was the swing vote at the Antonio vote. So that's something. Rosa, again, someone that we haven't really talked about that much. And same thing with, ironically, considering she's been the 8 tribal councils so far. And Sophia Sartor, again, I feel like a lot of these people just don't really, like, I would be shocked if they end up winning, but then again, I was shocked that Altair ended up winning. So that was something. Then you got, like, Jacob Fry. I don't think he's winning. I feel like he's got to be, like, too big of a threat to let him get too far. Kind of same thing with someone like Adewale. Then again, I thought the same thing of fucking Altair, and that didn't end up happening, but... Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. There we go. Shits. There we go. Oh, fuck, there's another one? Damn it. Where's this? Oh. And who else is there? Matt, I haven't even fucking taken off the list yet. Shit. Christopher Giss, again, I don't think he really has a shot. And then Achilles. I don't know, maybe. Maybe he's just gonna be so underestimated that he makes it to the end and wins. I don't know, but then Achilles was not good socially, really, ever. Really, the only reason he's here is because he always ended up on a tribe with, like, someone who he's, like, naturally aligned with. Someone like Adewale or Zio. The entire time he was with either Zio, Adewale, or... Actually, wait, he was with Adewale the entire time. Holy shit, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, he kind of got lucky in that sense.
Would you believe magic?
Or those blades.
To be honest, this is probably my least favorite section of the game. Not a big fan of this. I'm just not a big fan of any of the Helheim stuff. I never really liked Helheim. Are we done yet? Of course not. So yeah, it's kind of tough to continue on when I don't really have the spreadsheet updated yet, so we won't really do that. I don't know, what is the next immunity challenge though? We could do that, I guess. Because that's not as difficult to do the votes with. This is assuming Apollodorus leaves at 12, which I do think would probably happen. Again, I haven't really gone through the votes, but or not at 12, at 11. I mean, what is it? Oh no, he goes home at 12. Yeah, and the immunity I'm looking at is for 11. So this is oh, it's the A-frame challenge from a Cameron. Who would do well at this? Again, usually it's a female, right? But then again, Joe won this, and so did Wu. So I guess maybe like a surfer guy sort of thing. Which again, I feel like that's kind of like what Edward Kenway would be good at. Again, I don't think Jacob would do good at this. Apollodorus is gone, so whatever. I don't know. I would do decently, right? I don't know though. She's kind of a bigger woman, right? I don't know, maybe she would do well. Because again, this is usually for someone who has like smaller feet. I don't know. Again, Joe, I don't really see. It's either smaller feet or like these surfer sort of people. Which again, obviously, Aya is not. Zio, I could see Zio doing well. Cleopatra, debatable. Alright, let's do this actually.
But we need to lose that harpoon.
Okay. Alright, what were we supposed to do? What was this? Wait. Okay. This is one that Rosa could do well in, actually. Sophia Sartor. Again, I just feel like Sophia's never winning anything. Unless it's like a purely mental thing. Claudia, probably not either. Jacob, no. Adewale, probably not. Again, I feel like Adewale is definitely someone that could endure a lot, but I feel like he's not winning this. Christopher Giss, probably not. I forgot Giss was even fucking there. And then Achilles, no. So I think it's down to, what is it, Edward, Zio, or Rosa? So does Edward play it out and win this? I don't know. I feel like at this point, people gotta be worried about the Edward Kenway Adewale relationship, right? Considering, obviously they're probably final two. And they've been winning all these immunities.
You saw.
I do think Edward wins this, by the way. We'll end the episode after this cutscene. We might have to end this a bit short, but whatever, it is what it is.
That was your plan. You're both cracked.
We are leaving this realm. Now.
As long as we didn't wreck our way back.
Okay, so I guess we're done. We're gonna end the episode here. Next episode we'll go ahead and continue on, but for now, thank you for watching.